Well, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Both to the YouTube side and to the Rumble side. I hope you all had a great weekend. And, well, I hope you're ready for Monday. And I hope you didn't forget that we fell back last night to those of us who are in daylight savings time. Hey, I didn't mind that one bit. I got an extra hour of sleep. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Hello, drive-by. You say everything's looking good? Appreciate you. Thank you. Now, we are on Mr. Thormurn, who has been asked to go talk to Hob Hillbrow in Dwelling and let him know that the farmer's market is on. And it seems like this is maybe not the friendliest place ever. I've already seen spiders and wolves. Oh, and goblins. I see goblins. Well, we could do something about goblins. He told me to die? I don't think so. He can die. Now, let's see if I remember where the stable for this place is. Because, funny enough, it's not where you would think it would be. I think I got lost. Nope. I did not get lost. I went the right way. And right over here under this gigantic tree is our stable master.
A lovely day, isn't it?
All right, so we got that. But yeah, the town, the town is, well, I guess no, technically the town is down there. But there might be a problem or two. So, where the residents of Dwelling have ended up is up here somewhere. Ah, right there. Apparently they've congregated at somebody's farm. Which I guess makes sense. Oh, hello, Sean Hall. Good evening. Happy Sunday, and I hope you're ready for the week ahead. How was your Halloween, if you celebrate it? Hob, hello.
It's been a foul day, it has.
You're very happy to hear the market is open, but we will not be able to make it. There's too much afoot here to leave. Oh, what's going on? Why don't you tell me? Maybe I can help you.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Excellent. Good. Alright, so you need me to collect the satchel of glass blowing tools. I can do that. And what do you need?
Can I speak with you a moment?
You need me to examine a spider's corpse. Okay.
Could I take a moment of your time?
You want me to find a small lead dog. Actually, I'm going to read this one. It must have been the beginning of fall. I was with my son on the banks of the Brandywine, enjoying the sun, a fine meal, and a full pipe, while he sat and played with his favorite toy, a piece of lead fashioned into a small dog, by the side of the river. My boy was very fond of this toy, but when it came time to leave, it wasn't anywhere to be found. I tried to console him with one of my stories. I created quite a wonderful tale about the toy's whereabouts, but if you are heading that way, perhaps you could search for it. The toy has to be somewhere in the Barrendolf, the sand marshes north and east of Dwelling. I have heard that strange burrowing creatures have since inhabited the area. There's a good chance one of them could have swallowed it up, thinking it to be food. So we need to find his son's toy dog.
Can I take a moment of your time?
And you want me to collect white sand. Okay. Anybody else? So it looks like the glass blowing tools are down in the town, which, as I said, might be having a few problems of the bandit variety. Well, I think we can handle that. All right, come here, guys. I would like to speak to you. I think we're going this way. Glass blowing tools are on the part with the chief. Okay, so let's clear out a few mobs. Alright, we got him out of the way. So, that was part one. I think I'm going to wait to do the corpse of the spider because I know that there are going to be some quests that involve, well, there'll be more quests in that section.
How rude! Might I have a word with you?
Ensure Perlina Gamgee's home is safe. You do realize there's a bunch of bandits down there. I doubt anything's safe. Alright, first off, I need to go kill some bugs, gather some sand, and see if I can't locate some kid's toy. And of course it's nighttime when we're doing all this. Down here, I got a spider. Here's our white sand. And we got some bogarts over there. Might as well get rid of them. Oh, hello, dear. I can't remember if these quest things always sparkled or if that was something they added because people couldn't find them. lots of spiders here, and I do believe the spider's going to be a quest a little later. Don't think we'll lack finding them, though. Ah. Sandbug. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever done that before, but I found the toy on the first try. Well then. I think it's trying to tell me something. Hopefully not get out of Dodge. And for a second there, I thought I should turn on my tracker for finding scholar materials, but I realized I'm probably not high enough to gather those yet. But Thormurn did work on his crafting. And we're Master Journeyman of Farming, Master Journeyman of Cooking, and we've just made Proficiency in Journeyman Scholar. Well, maybe he might be able to. I'll turn it on. I doubt it, but you know what? Worth a try. And across the way there is a dock, and if I remember right, that goes into one of the newer areas. No, not the Ondershire. The Wildwoods, I think I want to call it the Wildwoods. Nice little place. We will probably do that area on Thormurn, since we haven't done it on anyone else so far. But I do believe he has to wait till he's like level 40 or so. We need one more sand. And we can head back and turn in the request. Lickety split. Huh. Big old spider on the way there. Alright. Who do I want to talk to first? You wanted your son's toy.
Can't a body be left alone?
Oh no, I'm sorry, I talked to the wrong one.
Just a moment.
Were you able to find the toy, Thormurn? Ah, I see you did. Many thanks to you.
Might I speak with you a moment?
If my last task was not too taxing, I am in great need of some assistance from a fellow lover of the written word. I would hope that a hunter of your reputation would be interested in assisting me. Not long ago, I seemed to have misplaced a very important leaf of paper while I was walking with my note. This paper contains the beginning lines of a story I planned on writing for my children that has been conjured in my head for some time. Now, most of the town has been sold off. I have not been able to search for my paper. The last time I tried to have a look around, I was chased off by a group of those ruffians. I would rewrite it, but I cannot seem to recall the exact wording. If you could find it, I would be deeply in your debt. I think I dropped it somewhere in town. All right. Think I can handle that. Let's see, you.
Hello.
Here's your sand. You figured out what kind of PC you're going to get for around 500 bucks, not including a monitor or speakers. Oh? And what kind of PC are you going to get? Alright, so you want sand swept scales. And that is off the salamanders.
Good day. Might I have a word with you?
You want tarnished river stones. And that's from goblins.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
You want essences from those glowing ball type creatures.
Hello there. Might I speak with you a moment?
And you want Norbog shells.
Might I speak with you a moment?
You want me to kill some Norbog. Okay.
Might I have a word with you?
And you want some salamander teeth. Man, y'all don't ask for much. Except that you do. Get rid of that. Alright, it looks like we're going back to the beach. It looks like we need to kill all sorts of things. Going to get a refurbished Dell Optilux and a low-profile 4060 graphics card. If it works, I say go for it. And wow, we managed to split that difference perfectly. We didn't aggro either of those spiders. That doesn't happen often. All right, come here, you. It's your least expensive option. Yeah, computers are definitely not cheap right now. I mean, I'm looking at probably having to get a whole new machine by next year because I know mine's old. And it's not even really that old, but I know the graphics card is like way out there. But, hey, I've managed to make this thing last like 5 years already. So, yay. That's the glowing ball that we need for one of the ingredients. So what are you looking forward to playing when you get your computer, if you play? What, that I've managed to make it last 5 years? Oh, I killed a frog. I didn't mean to kill the little frog. Now I'm mad at these bugs. And then to kill a little frog. Oh, another salamander. Yeah, I'm that person that like literally tries to make whatever tech I have last as long as humanly possible. I wouldn't even have gotten a new phone 2 years ago if it hadn't been the fact that mine died. You'll be playing this game mostly? Nice. So let's see. Oh, okay, I know where that's right. The goblins have the river stones. The only thing we're going to get here are the scales, the essences, the Norbog shells. Do you mind? Thanks. Like, you can attack him anytime now. Another salamander. These salamanders are fun. And actually there's even a funner story behind them too. Which we'll find out once we do quests in Tinadir. Alright, so see. So here's a question for you. What's better, melee, ranged, or mage? You love the sounds? Yeah, I do too. The only sound I don't like in this game is the sound of when the character eats and they chew the food. But then I've never been one that likes the sound of eating, so. All right, we got the Norbog shells. We have the salamander scales. Oh, and speaking of salamander, hello. All right, we need one more to kill one more of these guys, these bugs. Okay, so that's done, and we need... two more of those glowing things. Where am I? Maybe if I was not running around like a head with my chicken cut off, I would know. I always did find these glowing things annoying because there just seem to be so few of them. And I do believe they are a deed even. Oh, hello, Mr. Salamander. Goodbye, Mr. Salamander. I don't remember this being this grassy. Either I've just forgotten what it looks like, or they added some landscape clutter since the last time I was here. Alright, I am not running into a single one of these things here. Might as well go back the other way. You know what? Let's get on a horse. Oh, and there's one. All right, one more. One more of these little stinkers and we're done. Yeah, I just realized, as much as I do love most of the quests in Evendim, I'm finding this that just a tiny bit on the annoying side. Ah! I saw my arrow sticking out of that. How does a ball of light hold an arrow? I always have a million questions like that. Like when I kill something like this. Let's say, for example, I kill this thing and it gives me gold, or it gives me some sort of weapon, and I'm like, okay, where was that spider carrying that? And then I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to know. So we need to collect those river stones. And examine a spider's corpse. All right. Oh, hello, Mr. Goblin. Bye, Mr. Goblin. Ha! One hit that one good. Little stinker. Ah, there's our spider corpse. Yeah, he went down fast, and I am not complaining about it. Now this one, on the other hand, doesn't want to go down. But he did. A quick examination of this spider's remains revealed that the goblins have let it lie virtually untouched. All the ichor and venom of the spider seems to have been collected by the goblins. So they're using the venom to make weapons. I love when you hit them from such a distance that they end up throwing their little fire bomb on themselves. Right, one more. Oh, you stinker. Yeah, come here. Huh. Well, that teaches me not to pay attention to my six, right? Oh, you little stinkers. All right, come here. Gather round. Literally stopped it in its tracks. Okay.
Hello.
I did. Oh, I forgot. I needed to defeat two huge. Okay. Well, we'll have to go back for that.
A lovely day, isn't it?
There's the red.
Just a moment.
There's the lizard teeth.
Hello there.
There's the blue.
How
There's
do
your
you do?
sparkle.
Good day.
And your green. Blower of glass.
Might I have a word with you?
So you're going to try to teach me how to blow glass now? I don't know if that's going to work too well. That's really not Thormurn's thing, but okay, we'll try. Yeah, I've seen people blow glass on, like, videos. It's pretty interesting.
Is there something I can do for you?
Well, I'm not quite sure what we can do with this. Perhaps it could be used as a tray to ash one's pipe after smoking. A useful thing, if not the most glamorous of objects. Alright, you.
How rude!
They took the venom from the spiders? Well, that's no good. And you found hobgoblins as well? That's even worse.
Could I take a moment of your time?
So you want me to kill a bunch of spiders?
Might I speak with you a moment?
You want me to talk to a ranger at the Colossus in Evendim? Well, we're going to start with finding the lost leaf of paper and checking Perlina's home, which are both down in Dwelling proper. I used him as a pincushion. Well, there's a lost leaf of paper there. Get these guys out of the way. Might help if I was focused on the one I was actually trying to attack at the moment. Alright, so we found his paper. And we need to find Perlina's house. Oh, good evening, Nordic. I am doing just fine. And happy Sunday to you. I hope you're feeling better and you're looking forward to the week. Discovered ruffians on Perlina's property. Defeat the chief watcher. Prep for my dinner took a bit longer than I thought. Looking forward to the election being over. Sick of the political ads and calls or texts. Yeah, you and me both. Definitely, something I would like to see the back end of. Okay. Talk to Hobhill. Okay, talk to, and then kill stuff. Alright, so we can't go that way. I did make a decision about Dungeons and Dragons. I'm going to keep 5 core books. I need to run the game, and I'm selling the splat books that add nothing really to the game. I can... That makes sense. Well, I'm glad you've decided what you're going to do, and it sounds like maybe at some point in the future when you're feeling a little better about it, or maybe you've found a better group to play with, you'll be glad that you have those ready to go. PDF to reference or make copies of things. No sense keeping them to take up space when I can turn them into store credit and get stuff. That's true. And I can't say a word because I found my first edition D&D books on the Internet Archive. Honestly, if I never played D&D again, I wouldn't be broken up about it. I'm long since over class-based games that have a toxic community. Oh, I don't think all of them are toxic. I mean, I certainly wouldn't call the group that plays with Dungeon Delver toxic. They're actually pretty cool. But I do know what you mean. There are some groups that probably wouldn't make the best table mates. we're going to go back over here. While we're over here, might as well go see if we can't find these two huge sand Nurbig. Hey, you quit setting my horse on fire. I'm not stopping for you. I got better things to do at the moment. Okay, you're a normal Nurbig. Okay, Nurbig is the plural. Norbog is the singular. I don't know if that's an actual word. I will have to look that up. Dungeon Delver is one of my favorite, and the Dungeon Minister. Dungeon Minister seems pretty cool. Creeping Sand Lurker. Salamander. I love Father Aaron stuff, and it's the reason why I'm never getting rid of my rules cyclopedia. Ah, huge one. There we go. All right, so I need another one of those. Oh, excuse me. What are you doing creeping up on me? Small world, but few folks know them. Gone, in all honesty, I have no interest in playing class-based TTRPG anymore. That sort of system doesn't... Oh, I can get these. Oh, good. That sort of system doesn't give me what I want in a game, regardless of what edition it is. Even smaller world, Sean, is Father Aaron has lived in my hometown. Well, I mean, I discovered Dungeon Delver when that whole OGL debacle kicked off. And he had like one of the most reasoned coverages of what was going on. And then I discovered that he had some little games going on, and I kind of enjoyed watching them, so I subscribed to him. I really find myself, I find that I enjoy watching the Tuesday D&D game and the Friday Gamma World. Now we have to go back the other way and kill a whole bunch of spiders. Thormurn's having a good old time. Another reason I don't want to associate with D&D, the IP has a negative stigma, and honestly the game as a whole is just really baby's first TTRPG. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say the first edition is, but it sounds like what they've turned it into is high school. I mean, it really sounds like they've modernized the current edition of D&D to such an extreme. I don't know, it just doesn't sound like it's fun as it could be. And maybe I'm wrong, because I haven't, seen a lot of gameplay of 5th edition, but from everything I hear, it just doesn't sound particularly fun or fantasy-based. Yeah, it sounds like it. I was listening to cannot remember her name. I hate that because I watched several of her videos. She talks about D&D, Dungeons and Discourse. Maybe that's it. But she was mentioning that Wizards of the Coast has gone through a new round of layoffs, including laying off their creator liaison for the game. Chatbot isn't picking up my post again. I basically said it's an MNO that has to be politically correct, and I don't require nor want an ethics lesson from Wizards of the Coast. Huge layoffs? Yeah, and that's what it sounds like, but it just seems like that one particular person is going to be a really big sticking point with, like, YouTube creators that do content for D&D. It's like, why would you fire the person that is trying to build a bridge between your company and the community of people that want to be fans of your product? Yeah, I'm sorry, but if I was running a table, there would be no flipping consent forms. By sitting down at the table, rolling a character, and playing, you are consenting to whatever happens to your character. That's what roleplay is about. And even if I don't personally like the idea of having a character die, well, if I sit down at, say, the Dungeon Delver's table with a character, and my character dies, I have already consented to that by sitting down at his table. That's the way I see it. Alright, we need a few more spiders. I don't know. Am I wrong in thinking that? That is the other problem with D&D, regardless of edition. The game has to be homebrewed, so why do that when I can find a game that does what I want already? By the way, I'm glad I discovered your channel in the community here. Well, thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. I'm glad you discovered the channel too. Always welcome to join and discuss anything gaming, whether it be MMO, RPG, whatever other game you enjoy, tabletop. Hey, gamers are awesome people. Okay, why are we not attacking? Okay, that was weird. Weird lag is weird. Is that the spider I need? I hope so. It is. Not all are Miss B, but you definitely are. Well, thank you. And Sean says he loves tabletop. I mean, I love watching tabletop. And perhaps one day I will try playing it again. Everyone's welcome, especially us opinionated ones. Exactly, Dryby. You know what? I know the saying is that everyone has an opinion and they're, well, was it? I can't remember the exact quote, but everyone has an opinion, and opinions are like buttholes. They all stink. But that's not true.
Just a moment.
All right, so we've taken care of that.
It's been a foul day, it has.
And he's mad because the Big Fold have violated their contracts. What do you expect? Retrieve the formal complaint from Ronald Dwall. And where's Ronald? I've asked Ronald Dwall to draft a formal letter of complaint to the leader of these men. Okay.
Well, the gall of some folk.
I do not have room to do that. Please say you have a vendor here. Close enough. You have a healer.
What can I do for you this fine day?
My opinions are... I'm not leaving the TTRPG hobby, but I'm leaving D&D for systems that actually play how I would. There are plenty of them out there, and most of them don't have the stigma attached. See, that's fair enough. If you have found a system that does what you want it to do, that's actually great. Alright, let's get rid of some junk. It's telling me, you don't have space! And I'm like, bite me. Okay, just bite me. But then I keep forgetting this is Thormurn, and his bag space is minuscule compared to my other characters. Alright, that should cover that. And we might as well go ahead and use these. And I think we just increased our reputation. We got 10 LOTRO points, so I think we've made friend with them. Yep, we made friend with the Matham Society. Woohoo! I got into Traveler over the last couple of years, and it opened my eyes to how unfun D&D is for me. You keep them. Historically, they've been of great use and awesome fun to use. I got a number of videos to catch up with. Okay. I actually feel like the brown splat books don't offer enough for me to keep them occupying valuable space when I can turn them into stuff I'll use. PDFs are better served for that. Well, I mean, yeah, if you're going to be able to turn those that you know you're never going to use into money for stuff that you're going to use, I would definitely recommend doing that. I apologize if anybody heard me take a swallow of water, but I really needed that.
Can't a body be left alone? Could I take a moment of your time?
Collect the hobgoblin's recipe and burn bubbling pots with torches. Alright, so back to the goblins' camp.
What do you need?
Deliver a letter. And here's your book.
Please, stay a moment.
Talk to Ronald Dwell's friend at the Bird and Baby. Well, we'll do that as soon as we're done other stuff. Scan them and put the paper in storage somewhere. It's not that I won't use the splat books, it's that they don't offer enough to warrant a spot on the shelf in physical form. They hold no sentimental value. Yeah. Oh, hello, Goblin. Goblin, Goblin, Goblin. Come get dead, Goblin. All right, gather around, everyone. Oh, you're all gathered around. Good. Oh, look at that. We have somebody else join the party. Wonderful. Now that we're all assembled. Alright, go ahead and take the poison off us. I don't want to be invited to this party. It's too slashy. Hey, it was fun. Alright, I need to find a torch so I can burn that bubbling pot. Dwarves are awesome. Stabby McStabberton, also known as Thormurn. I love those goblins. Did you hear him? He's like, curse the whole lot of them. It's like, dear, there's only one here. And I'm just wrecking your camp. Indeed, in contrast, contrary to what Gygax said or wrote, dwarves can be paladins and they can be wizards. Yeah, well, dwarves can be guardians in this game. Where is the torch? I want a flipping torch. I saw a torch the last time I came through here. And now I can't find one. I can find all the bubbling pots I want. But not a stupid torch. Would love to see someone play a halfling barbarian. I assume you mean in D&D? Excuse me. Do you have a torch on you? No? Alright. Well, sorry to waste your time. Get bent. There's a torch. Hey, could you use it on this thing already? Oh, yeah. And then I set myself on fire. Wonderful. Best time ever. 10 out of 10 would burn again. Alright, we need to find another torch. Because apparently torches are one use. Your level of trash talk is not quite to my level, but it's getting there, must be. What were you cold? Figured WTF, may as well light myself on fire. I guess I must have been cold. Just like that goblin was cold because he set himself on fire. Alright. They said lots and lots of bubbling pots, but having trouble finding these stupid torches. Did you see him run past me? It's like, I'm right here. Oh, I managed to get away from that one before it blew up. You're making beef stroganoff for dinner. I may be inclined to share. Well, that sounds very good, but I actually had dinner before I started for a change. I had, like, one of my favorite dinners, which always includes some sort of fish, a serving of rice, and, in this case, a big, huge helping of steamed broccoli. I love broccoli. Well, I love most vegetables. But yeah, I do love fish to the point that I would probably, if I had my way, eat fish 4 or 5 days a week. Ah, another torch. Alright, so, can we do this without burning ourselves to death again? Yes, well, not quite. We're on fire. Woohoo! You can't eat broccoli. Aside from not liking the taste, it plays havoc with diverticulitis. Am I even coming close to saying that right? Alright, here's a question. What is some of everybody's favorite comfort meals? Like, if you were having a bad day, what would be the 3 meals that you would go to make yourself feel better? Diverticulitis. Pizza? Okay. And pizza's a good choice. Oh, hello. Yeah. I see you were over there spying on the Hobbit. Well, I'm not letting you get back to town with whatever you found out about them. Oh, there y'all are. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for not making me chase you. I'd say one of my favorite things... See, I have a couple of favorites I would go to if I'm not feeling good. The first one, and it's probably the most common one for a lot of people, is homemade baked macaroni and cheese. That, to me, is just like... Not the, I mean, the stuff out of the box is alright, because I admit I eat some craft dinners, but actual, you have your macaroni noodles, you make your cheese sauce yourself. You mix it up. You put in some green onion. You put it in the baking dish. Top it with some crumbs, maybe a little extra cheese. Put it in the oven and bake it. That to me is like one of my favorites. My second favorite would not be a common one with most people, but it is for me because of where I grew up. And that would be chicken and sausage gumbo. Because I grew up in Louisiana. And I just remember my mama making gumbo, my aunt making gumbo, my grandma making gumbo. And everybody made it a little different, but at the end of the day, it was all gumbo. It was all good. It was very warm. It was very filling. And granted, you really did have to like okra to eat it. Or you could leave the okra out and thicken it another way. You sound like Bubba from Forrest Gump. I have not read Forrest Gump in ages. I wonder if I even still have the book.
Huh, how rude!
Alright, so we finished that. Now we need to go ring the doorbell and deliver this letter. And I'm actually torn between my third one. My third favorite would either have to be chili or spaghetti. Shepherd's Pie, Country Fried Steak, Pulled Pork, and good old ribeye steak. Oh, and I guess I need to add any type of fish dinner to that list. Because, like I said, I do love fish to the point where I would eat it 4 or 5 days a week if it wasn't so expensive right now. Think about the only fish that isn't like super duper expensive is like tilapia. There's a good thing I do like tilapia. Would you come back here? Now I'm supposed to be ringing a doorbell. Okay, where's the doorbell? Thormurn the Backbiter. Oh, I have a very important question. Do we want to take another look at Elder Scrolls Online? Where is the stupid doorbell? We're in the right place. I'm pretty sure we're in the right place. No, we're not. It's down there. Okay. See? Silly me, I was totally in the wrong place. A letter from one of the little rats. Be off, this is our land by Sharky's orders. That fool Lotho doesn't know what he has gotten himself into. Not going without a fight, eh? Well, that can be fixed up proper. Hey, yeah? Okay. Oh, you stinker. I will deal with you fools later. I have work to do here in dwelling. Oh, you little wuss, run off. Run off like a little girl? I'd rather watch you get back to Morrowind so I can get a chuckle when you get lost in the back again. Alright, we'll do Morrowind. I'm actually kind of, a little, not just a little. I am totally scratching my head on the latest decision that they made for Elder Scrolls Online. Apparently they decided to add a new companion to the game, and they're going the, BioWare route.
Can't a body be left alone?
Okay, and where is Bob Greensleeves? Okay, he's right there. I was actually kind of hoping to find Vivek in Elder Scrolls Online. Maybe one day we will at least take a tour of the game and see if we can't find some of the iconic places from other games in it.
An attempt to lodge a formal complaint on behalf of the glassblower Hob Hillbrow led to a violent encounter with the chief's men. The time has come to put the ruffians in their place.
That's disgusting. You bet they don't have Jabash's rare bookstore in it. Well, when we decide to go and find it, we'll find out, right? Excuse me, I need to get that bag out of the way. You gentlemen can wait a moment. Alright, now, I felt like eating something. Leave me alone in peace so I can eat. You can see Thormurn made himself a little food. Also made himself some new pipe weed. We'll look at that in a minute. Why do they all look like Ethan Hawke? I don't know. I did not do the character designs. Now we have tons of rats. Because of course we do. Oh, that's why. Oh, you're heading out? Okay. Well, thank you for stopping by, Sean. I hope you have a great night and a really good Monday. And take care, okay? Ha! You're not a rat. Well, you are kind of. Alright. You're taken care of. Ah, and there's Will Tuffin. Who's gonna send his men to do his dirty work for him? I'll deal with you myself. Yeah, come on. Come get some of this. Now you've done it, we will see what the chief has to say about this. Fool, you have ruined Shorku's plans, and Shorku does not accept failure. Now we will deal with you. Men, attack! Oh, they were waiting for me to come in the room. That's funny. They didn't seem thrilled to attack. Well, I don't think they were thrilled to attack. And again, with the I'll deal with you myself. The complaint has been resolved. He didn't move. He just stood there like a lump. What? Both of those bosses were a waste. Alright, who am I talking to? Ah, hello, Hob.
Can't a body be left alone?
And what do you have for me? Uh-huh. No. Okay. What about this? No. Maybe? Ah. Yes. That one right there. Chief was chief of the betas. He was, wasn't he? I mean, he didn't even try to come and attack me. Alright, 10 vitality. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to lose that 3% chance to apply 8 common damage for every 5 seconds, but it was a 3% chance, so I guess that's not the worst loss ever. His Native American name would be Chief Benzover. It would be, yeah. I was kind of surprised that the half-orc just stood there. That was not one I was expecting him to do. Get rid of that. Yeah, we could get rid of that. It's worthless. He has only half. What do you expect? He has only half a brain. Don't underestimate those half orcs. And don't even ask me where half orcs came from, because I don't really want to know. Really, 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 really don't want to know how half orcs are made. Alright, so we'll use those up. Another 2,800 wrap. Oh, and I was going to show you. It's not super fancy, but it's a little different from the other pipe weed that he made himself. So let's get him back here where we can actually see him. And go ahead and fill his pipe with a little pipe weed. you consider half orc to be half arsed. And that pipe weed, he blows a double smoke ring with the smaller one going through the bigger one. I think that's a Gandalf thing. There are some much fancier pipe weeds than that. Now, we're supposed to talk to Ronald Dwall's friend at the Bird and Baby, and that is in Nickel Delving. Well, I'm going to have to step away for a bit. Got to get the noodles cooking for dinner. I shall be back. Well, okay. There's about a half an hour or so before I finish the stream, so you'll be fine. That was weird. The music started and then cut off abruptly and then started again. Completely started over again. So, we want this guy's friends to read his manuscript. Good thing we're a hunter. Getting to Nickel Delving at least is as easy as a port. Nope, that's not the Bird and Baby. This is the Bird and Baby. Gotta love the sign. The bird flying away with the baby. It's cute. Oh, there's the door I was looking for. So I actually have to have started quest. Okay. You have to actually start the N League and the L Association quest or rep gathering in order to see the door. Hello.
Is there something I can do for you?
Why, hello there. You have a message from Ronald. That's a shame. I was hoping Ronald had finished his discourse on my book, The Place of the Boar. Did you hear that Owen? Ronald isn't making the meeting today. Huh. Oh, that's too bad. I was going to read from the Silvered Horn tonight. Pity he won't be here. Well, you have our thanks for coming all this way to tell us about his absence. I hope this book is as good as he claims. It's not like Ronald to miss our meetings. I trust he's working hard on his story and is not caught up in silly games. I think Dwelling's facing more problems than just silly games, so yeah. Now we need to go back and talk to Ronald again. Now that we have informed his friends and fellow writers that he will not be attending their writing meeting.
Hello there.
And maybe they will read the bit of manuscript I left with them, and they will like it. Oh, sorry. If anybody heard strange noises, that was me hitting the microphone by accident. Speaking of the fair, I think it is over tomorrow. I want to say it's over tomorrow. I will have to look. In fact, I will do that while we're riding. Alright. LOTRO Festival schedule. And we go down to Harvest Math. Yeah. It does. It ends at 3 a.m. tomorrow. So, fortunately, Thormurn got a good bit of fun out of that. And when is the next festival? Alright, Harvest Math. And there's a virtual Virtue XP boost. Doran's Day event. Buried Treasure event. So there's a Buried Treasure mini event from the 7th to the 13th of November. There was a Hobnanigans event from December 5th to the 9th. And the next actual official festival is Yuletide, and that starts December 12th. And that ends on January 6th. Oh, well, we will definitely be making use of that, because Yule is my favorite of the festivals in the game.
Hello there.
Now we need to head to Brockenborns. Thormurn will love it. He might even get a nice outfit out of it. Who knows? I know Miss Fistula enjoyed her festival last time. I think I took Medjol. I don't think I've taken Marceline to it. But Thormurn will definitely like it. He is a dwarf, after all. They're used to being up in the mountains and in caves and in the cold, so he'll be right at home. Unfortunately, being not VIP on this, I'm having to take all the slow stables. Where is... I guess I can rebind this one. Probably not at Dwelling, though. Alright, you... I want to go to Oatmorton, please. We're being lazy. We're letting the stable masters take us. Bull Roar's Sword. That's what the place is called. I wonder what the word sword means. Again, let's look it up while we're riding. If it is even a word. It is. So, sword, or sword. It is pronounced... Wait. No, it's pronounced sword. Okay. It is a land covered with grassy turf, a lawn or meadow, and the third one is skin or covering. It comes from Old English sweard or swerth, meaning skin or rind. Okay. Now we know what a sword is.
Hello there.
Actually, is a proper word for the game. Now, we need to talk to Ronald Dwall. So we'll get off before we get to the stable master. Not quite yet. Soon. And we can get off right about here. Alright, I have talked to your friends.
Just a moment.
You were able to make it before the meeting started. Wonderful. I already have the first chapter started. Old Lewis down thought I would be playing games instead of working. I dare say he knows I would never think of getting involved in something so silly. We get to have his pipe, some superior steak and kidney pies, and some flasks of brandy wine. Let's see, what are these pies? Currently better than what I can make. Well, we'll hold on to them. We'll go ahead. Swap, swap, swap. That'll work, I think. And let's see what the pipe does, 'cause I'm curious. I've forgotten. Okay, he's smoking a pipe. Looks pretty normal. I think something just, like a bird or a bug just flew out as a smoke. Okay, that was interesting. I think we'll hold on to that for a bit. That just seems like a Thormurn thing. And wow, you can only use that once an hour. Okay, dope. I was not expecting that. Wonder why it takes that long to recharge that. We're still gonna have to clean out his bags. Oh, and speaking of bags, I wonder, because, you know, I am curious. What's on sale? XP boosts are on sale. Stat tomes, bonus character slots. Okay, bonus character slots are the big thing, so you can make more and more and more and more and more and more and more characters, which I certainly don't need to do. Stat tomes. So is that it? Yeah, looks like it. Alright, so bag space is still not on sale. But now we need to go talk to a ranger at the Colossus in Evendim. And we're going to attempt to just ride through. We're gonna try not to stop for anything, if at all possible. If it attacks us, it can chase us. lot of salamanders. Like I said, there is a fun little story with the salamanders. We won't get to see that until we're doing some stuff in Tinadir. Go ahead and loot that. And I'll loot that, and then I'll destroy everything else. I had stuff in my overflow and I didn't even think about it. There are a lot of ruins here. There's some ruins across the way there. I remember there are a lot of quests in there. There was some sort of a fort at one point. Pretty impressive place, too. Like I said, there'll be plenty of quests there. We'll get to see it up close. Campsite fire. Is that a, it is a hunter campsite. So I could bind to that and come back to that spot if I wanted to. Do I have, where's my campsite? You know what? I don't see it. Oh, right there. Return to camp. My current camp is Minas Ariel. First off, let's move that. It's probably not the best place to do it, but oh well. I'll move that over here with the other ports and stuff. I feel like I can move this up here. And come over here. Use this campfire, remark the location as your campsite. Are you sure you want to do that? Yes. And now my campsite is at Barondov. That animal makes a lot of noise. You can chase me. I'm not interested in you right now. I am interested in one thing right now. How the heck do I get over here? I went the wrong way. There's a path that way. Now I see it from a distance, I can see it. That's a pretty impressive statue. Let's take a look at it for a second. There we go. Very old statue. From back when Numinous was the capital of the kingdom. Very regal looking. Very big. You could probably fit a small city inside the statue. There's a boat down there. The heck? You know, I'm gonna have to check that out. I think I know what it is, but I don't want to guarantee I know what it is yet. First off, grab the stable master.
I'll be of service.
Thank you. Then, how do we get down to this boat? Like that? Dockmaster. So this will take me to the Buckland boat, but you have to be have been a subscriber, Tenandeer, or Trader's Wharf. Or I can use a mithril and use it anyway. Oh, hello. Excuse me. Yep, come on. Okay, mobs are orange there. And you're Sardin. Hello. I was told to talk to you.
How can I be of service?
Hobhilbrow is a name I have not heard in some time. I do miss him and his little jest, but I'm pleased to hear that he is doing well. When a scout reported seeing men in dwelling, I feared the worst. Thank you for helping them with their situation. It is precious to think that in these dark times, a hobbit is concerned about the welfare of men. If only he knew how dire things have truly become. I envy the simple folk. Oh.
Might I take a moment of your time?
Now we get to do a whole bunch of stuff. Like, he wants to deal with some catapult that's above them that was brought by Angmar. But first we need to collect some debris. And while we're at it, of course, there are other quests.
Stay a moment.
You want me to defeat tomb raiders at Barad Thormurn. That is the ruins I was just showing you. And you want me to discover entryways at Barad Thormurn.
Might I take a moment of your time?
You want me to search rubble at the ancient lighthouse. That's a lot closer than Barad Thormurn. And what do you want?
Would you do something for me?
You want me to kill sandlarkers?
Stay a moment.
And flip over rocks and kill the crawlers that come out from under them. Alright. So, a bunch of easy stuff to do. Lots of beautiful old ruins from back when Evendim was probably the main kingdom, considering Anuminus was the seat of power. That's a sandlarker. Wonder if it counts for the quest. It does. Yeah, we got a glowing thing following me. It can follow me. It's annoying, but it won't attack unless I do. Now we are looking for something under piles of rubble. Let's see if I can remember which pile of rubble we're looking under. Been a while. I want to say it's one of these two. I'm going to try this one first. You find a tattered page buried within the rubble. Well, that was easy. I actually remembered which one to look under. And we need one more of those. Alright, so we're done with those. That doesn't mean we won't get attacked by a couple, but we're done with them. Alright, so we need to push over some rocks and kill the worms that were in it. Oh, there's a pouch of oil. Totally forgot about that. Thormurn having entirely too much fun killing these things. Think we just need one more of these. Okay, that's done. Now we need to start looking for these parts. After we get this. Because we need the scholar mats. Okay, there's a flywheel. Piece of driftwood, which we need 4 of those. Bundle of rope, we need 6 of. How to oil. Okay, now that time I wasn't facing the object. Out to oil. I think, yep, I did it for the oil and the flywheels. We still need rope and driftwood. And it looks like we're going to have to go across for a couple of them. Hearth Adwil. Hearth Adwil. And we've got some Barghest up here. probably spilled over a little bit from Fornost. There's the driftwood. Now I need 3 more rope. Ah, that's not what I wanted to do. We've already looked at that today. There's a bundle of rope up ahead. Very evil-looking bat and an equally evil-looking Oathbreaker. I feel like I'm gonna have to get rid of this, so might as well. Now we're not gonna stick around to do the rest of the quest here because that would take us a little bit of time. Maybe not too long. You know what? Sure, we'll do them. Since we're here anyway, we might as well finish this up, right? Look at all the arrows I stuck in him. That was funny. They've decided to make it so we can actually see the arrows we stuck in him. That's hilarious. Desperate tomb robber, huh? We'll be back here a couple more times. This will not be the only time we're here. Alright, so this is the storeroom, the old storeroom. Get rid of these guys here. Thank you for joining me. Alright, we're done killing. Well, we've killed the number we need, but we're not by any means done killing. Because we've got places to find here. Alright, what we got in here? Anything good? Some chives. This does not seem to trigger. I thought this was one of the entryways. Apparently it's not. Or it is, and I missed it. I know there's one up here, though. The high points of the ruins, the scattered debris of weaponry make it clear these were the barracks. Okay, so we found the barracks. Okay, so yeah, that must have been something, because we only have 2 more entryways to find out of 5. Oh, we're gonna have a little fun here. Okay. Gather around, boys. It's time for a party. There we go. Well, you're late. Well, might as well take care of you while he's running away. Hello. Faint etching of swords and bows line the doors. And I didn't get to see which room that was. So let's see if I can go back. Does not look like it, unless it's here. Nope, I missed which one that was. Oh well, that's too bad. But we are missing only 1 entryway, and that's the 5th one. And it would be that one over there. And it says the doorway was either left unmarked or time has worn away any inscription. Excuse me? Hurry. Oh, Ogden Oaks. Okay, come on. Alright. Not your pincushion, lady. Thanks a lot. Thank you for playing. And I think our other 2 ropes that we need are on the other side. But it actually took amazingly less time than I thought it would. Oh, there's a bundle of rope right there, and that will leave us 1 short. And it's right there. Okay, so looks like we got everything done. Okay, let's get on our horse and get back up there. You want to stop and get this. And I picked up 4 cracked dwarf carvings and a ruby shard. And I forgot, what are the ruby shards for? Radiant light pink ruby fragment. The rare shard is prized by expert crafters. I think they were used with single-use recipes from the expert level, if I remember right. And we have returned victorious. Woohoo! Alright, guys. Y'all made me do all your work for you.
How can I be of service?
You were able to find a page. I worried they would have all been lost to time, much like the lighthouse itself. Now let us see what we can learn.
Could I speak with you a moment?
After much time and patience, I was able to read what was on the page. You found it was very faded and in bad state. I nearly destroyed it trying to get the last few sentences. It was from near the end of the kingdom and detailed a shipment of keys from down the river to the rangers encamped here. They knew they were leaving, but they wanted to safeguard as many of their treasures as possible. The locks came on a separate ship that arrived safely. The keys never made it. They still swapped the lock out, believing it was safer than no one could get in. One of the doors locked was to the cellar of the lighthouse itself. We need to get inside urgently, for an evil has made its den there.
What do you need?
So a storeroom, a dining hall, barracks, and armory, and one room that was unmarked, either intentionally or lost to time. Interesting.
Stay a moment.
And now he wants me to go back there and collect a shield, a sword, and a vase. And we leveled up.
How can I be
Okay,
of service?
yep, we have defeated sand lurkers.
How can I be of service?
And some worms.
What can I do for you?
And yes, I have chased off several bandits.
Stay a moment.
But now you want me to go back and collect Atwood's otters and Oak's otters. I wish you would have given me that to begin with, because I've already killed them once.
Hello, friend.
Hello.
Help you with something?
Yeah, you can buy my junk. I'll lock that. Definitely don't want to sell those. Oh, we have 2 ruby shards. Well then. We don't want to sell the chives either. Ancient ring. Oh, starts a quest. Jewels of a crawler. Well, I almost sold that thinking it was something sellable. Find a ranger to speak with about the ring you found.
Greetings.
You found this within a crawler, you say. I wonder how it got there.
Could I speak with you a moment?
And now you want me to collect pieces of jewelry from crawlers. Because of course you do. Well, we got a couple things we can do real quick that won't involve us going back to those ruins and dealing with the bandits. And they include checking the containers and killing a bunch of worms on the way there and back and seeing if they have any jewelry inside them. Okay. Might I hazard that any of the jewelry they've eaten has probably long since been corroded? I'm surprised I haven't seen a single one yet. Kind of surprised that didn't see me. Okay, collected a piece of jewelry. One down, 9 to go. Now for the shipment, there's the ship, which has apparently sunk underwater. And since we actually can't dive underwater in the game, we can swim, but we can't dive. We kind of float on top of the water and grab the wreckage, which makes no sense. I don't think its arms reach that far. It was a nice ship. Nice sailing vessel. Alright, so we need some more worms. That's all we need. For now. Okay. Three more. I could probably find one more on the way back up, but I'm not taking any chances. I'm just going to find one and kill it. Okay, that's done. Might as well grab this while we're here. Another 3 cracked dwarf carvings and a beeswax candle. So the beeswax candle for the scholar makes the chance of critting anything he's crafting somewhat more likely. So this beeswax candle is, of course, for level 25 crafting, so expert scholar. A candle provides light to those. Maybe I should be paying attention. Who seek knowledge from dusty tomes and ancient scrolls. This item can be used in some expert scholar recipes to increase the chance of critical success. And every crafting profession has a specific item that is used to help them get critical successes on their crafting. So there is stuff for farming. I can't remember what it is. For cooking, it is herbs. For scholar, it's candles. For metalsmith, it is... Can't remember what the stone is called. But it's like whetstones or something like that. For... Oh wait, no. That's for weaponsmith. For metalsmith, it is something else. When I can't remember the name of it. I think woodworker and tailor might... No, tailor uses like fibers. Woodworker uses... That one I can't remember. It's been a long time since I touched a woodworker. But, at any rate, I will have to remember to add those to my tutorial videos that I'm going to start working on soon. As soon as I finish a rough of the outline for the first one. Alright, hello.
What do you need?
See about getting these open and see if the key we want is inside.
Might I take a moment of your time?
You found the key in the final one. Okay. And you...
How can I be of service?
These are extraordinary. They will need some cleaning and polish, but the workmanship is exquisite. These can teach us a lot about how to place intricate detail into rings and earrings. I'm surprised they're in any semblance of good shape. Honestly, I am. Alright, so. One more thing we want to do is go back to the lighthouse. And... You have returned! Well, you are just in time to see me go back out and fight one more thing. We've done a whole lot of quests while you were gone. Including killing a bunch of bandits, and some worms, and finding things. Always got one more fight. Well, that's how MMOs are. There's always one more thing to do. And actually, that's how most survival games are too, now that I think of it. As long as you didn't do any quests for Bender, his are usually a lot of fun. No, Bender's not here. Although siltworms are very bendy. So I'm sure they were happy to stand in for him. Alright, so we need to go in here. And this is kind of a quasi instance, but not. And our mob is over there. And his name is Carrion. And he is kind of a fish creature. Looks like he's been here a while. So, I don't know. If you've been in somebody's quarters without paying them for a very, very long time, and you're making quite the mess, so how about get out? And he's a Kurgrim, that's what they're called. And you can see he's been making quite the mess here. Oh, looks like he wasn't totally a waste. That was a bandit he killed and was in the process of eating. But he's gone. But yeah, they're called Kurgrim. They're some pretty nasty looking creatures. They kind of remind me of the creature from the Black Lagoon. You know, he did used to be tough. I know he used to be tougher. Because he used to take like 2 or 3 of us to go in and kill him. And now it's like, you can walk in with one character and be scratching your armpit while you're fighting and still win. What's this? Mark Acquisition Boost Weekend. Oh, it's too bad we didn't do any skirmishes. Oh well. Alright.
What do you need?
The creature is defeated. I can see that from your clothing and the filth that covers it. I'm very thankful for your efforts. I believe this will be the first full night of sleep I get at this camp. Well, I'm glad to hear that, dude. What do you want?
Could I speak with you a moment?
Talk to Archulway at Tinandare. You know what? Sure, why not? We need to head over to Tinandare and get the stable anyway. That was an insult. He said you're covered in filth. Well, I was covered in filth because I was just crawling around those old ruins fighting that thing. But oh, and even the deer here threatened to attack you. Yes, but a gentleman wouldn't point it out. You are assuming that the rangers are gentlemen. They are pretty bluntly spoken. And we're just going to be lazy and go over land to get there. Because it's just easier. I take the utmost offense to this break of educate. Oh, we got a wolf on our butt. Well, it can follow us. We aren't stopping for it. You see that camp over there? That camp is, if I remember right, the skirmish camp. Ah, Spaceballs the elk, it breaks for nobody, eh? Nope, it breaks for no one, and neither do I. When I'm in a hurry, I'm in a hurry. Alright, so we have made it to Tinandare and gotten the stable. That will make life easier later once we're done over at the Colossus. That's where all the trainers are at. Which, I don't even think we need the trainers anymore. But, yep, here's the skirmish camp. Where we can, improve our skirmish soldiers and get some cosmetics and some curiosities and sell some stuff and buy some armor and jewelry and stuff, which is absolutely worthless. Might have used to be worth something, but it's pretty much worthless now. Excuse me, lady. Can you buy my junk?
How may I help you?
Ah, brimstone. So brimstone is the metalsmith item. I will hold on to that. We'll hold on to those. Then it should be free, yes? What should be free? Alright. Oh, no, I don't want to talk to you yet. We'll talk to you once we're done the other place. You, I want to talk to.
What can I do for you?
Excuse me, I'm going to shove some junk in here. Now, where do I want to put... I'll put it there. Fragments of Dunedain script. Some indigo plant to go with the woad I already have. Some chives. I think that's it. We could probably get rid of these flasks of brandy wine. The worthless armor and jewelry. It should be. Here, we'll go take a look before we end. So, used to be you would do some skirmishes, you would get mercs and medallion, and you could use it to trade in. No wasting of the brandy wine. But he'd prefer L. So, we have light armorer.
How may I help you?
And you can buy some armor pieces, and it all is all dependent on your level. So, say we go to level 33, because that's the closest to Thormurn's level, and of course he's not a light armor wearer, but still. Yeah, it's probably easier to show you this if I find the medium armorer. Cosmetics, light armor, plastic. Jewelry and cloaks, delving stuff. Currency exchange. Mithril, what? Wait, what? Really? So we can... Oh. Fudge. Okay. Heavy armorer. Medium armor.
Greetings.
The dwarf has no taste in alcohol. He has fine taste in alcohol, I'll tell you. Alright, so. We have this helm, which is a level 33 item with 28 armor, 3 vitality, and 6 fate. Now, he's wearing a level 15 helm that's got 16 armor, but it's got 7 agility, 4 vitality, and 24 tactical mitigation. So, just other than the armor rating being slightly better, the armor piece that Thormurn is wearing, despite being a much lower level than he needs, is still infinitely better than the piece at the skirmish camp. Let's look at the shoulders. 28 armor, 6 agility, 3.32 maximum power. What Thormurn's wearing is level 20. It is 23 armor, but it's 9 agility, 5 vitality, and 52 finesse. Again, an item that's 13 levels lower than the item at the skirmish camp is infinitely better. Footman's medium leggings, 89 armor, 4 might, 4 agility. Level 25 armor, 74 armor, 10 agility, 6 vitality, 30 physical mastery rate. I could go on, but I think you get the picture. That the stuff that Thormurn's wearing is considerably better, despite being much lower level than he needs. So, imagine if he had armor that was at his level, how much better that would be than the stuff at the skirmish camp. This is why most people don't bother buying armor from the skirmish camp, because it's absolute trash. Now, there are other things, curiosities.
How may I be of service to you?
You can buy reputation items here and get your rep up with different factions. Like, I could buy some Mathams and get my reputation up with the Matham Society. Or I could buy some Cardolin trinkets and get my reputation up with the Men of Bree. So there's that. They aren't cheap. You can also buy trophy items that are used in class quests. If you really want to waste your marks like that and don't realize that they're pretty easy to get killing stuff when you're doing quests. Oh, you can buy a Moor cowbell, but you have to know how to use one. So there's cowbell in the game. You could buy a guide to the Moor cowbell if you were a minstrel. Or a manual of the Moor cowbell, which a minstrel could use to teach somebody how to play the cowbell. And various major essences, which are not even used until you have your legendary weapon. The cosmetics.
May I help you?
So we have housing items in here, which I'm trying to think if that was a thing. One does not simply teach someone to play the cowbell. If you're a minstrel, you do. You teach, once you've learned how to play all the instruments, you can teach people how to play all the instruments. I think you have, it's like one every, what was it? 3 days you could teach someone how to play an instrument. I want to say it's like every 3 days. So you can't like just line up everyone and I'll teach you an instrument. You're born either knowing or not knowing how to play the cowbell. It's a mystical instrument. Then I guess every cow is born knowing how to play it. Thorn's bust. Okay. Stonework plinth. Spur and shields. The Tell of Elendil. Relief from Gondoman. So there's a couple of housing items in here that have either been here and I've never noticed them, or they've been added since last I looked. So we have some cosmetics. We have this decorative hauberk, which actually look relatively nice on Thormurn. I will have to say, I might even get that for him. Patched hauberk, which I suppose if he was to go into Forest Shell and deal with the Lossoth, or up into Angmore and deal with the Hillmen, he might wear that. Not sure. I really like the decorative one. That really does suit him. Robe of the Stonehewer. It doesn't look like a robe at all, and it does not look good on him. A well-worn robe. Yeah, that's well-worn. It looks like he slept in it for 3 months straight out in the wilderness. And a comfortable robe. Okay. Looks okay on him. I still think the first one looks the best. A Thatcher's shirt. A Thatcher, well-worn tunic. Now he looks like a chef. All he needs is the hat now. Hey, look like the camp chef. A herdsman waistcoat and shirt. No, just no. Cold weather tonic. Again, no. And we're not going to put the dresses on him. Well-worn tunic and trousers. No. Thatcher's tunic and trousers. No. Brushed leather boots. Silver thread slippers. Which we can't see. Alright, so that's the cosmetics. And honestly, I really want to get him this decorative halberd. No dress for Thormurn. Nah. Yeah, I'm going to get him that one. Alright, so we got him that decorative halberd because, honestly, it looked good on him. And does it dye? Let's pick a color. Black? Okay. So parts of it dye, but not all of it. What about turquoise? Evendim blue. That looks nice. Sea blue. Well, there's one of my favorite colors. Nah, no rose. Ranger green. You know what? It looks kind of nice in ranger green. Walnut brown, which is almost black until you get up real close to it and you see it's a really, really dark brown. Ashen slate green. I like that. It's like a dark pine green. And I can get that at the festival right now. You like that walnut brown? Yeah, it was nice too. The Belagare blue, which is another color that would definitely suit me. Bull Roar green, which is a really bright green. Rohan green, dark mossy green. This game has a definite love of the color green. So many of the colors are green in this game. Now the dark mossy green is kind of nice because it's got a very gray, stony undertone to it. Sunset orange actually matches this the best. I was not expecting that. Hold on. Yeah, I was not expecting sunset orange to match it the best. Imladra's fallen leaf. Not with this. Twilight purple. Again, we have a really dark purple that almost leans into black, but not quite. So there's definitely a couple of colors that look good with that. I'm glad I bought it. Now, other than cosmetic items for ourselves, oh, and apparently there's a whole other set of cosmetics. Anuminous cosmetic clothing, Helagrod cosmetic clothing, Rift cosmetic clothing, and Moria cosmetic clothing. I'm sorry, I have to look. Ceremonial. Okay. Ceremonial leggings with a quiet step. Okay, let's take a look. Let's put on this whole set. I guess that's the only 3 pieces from that. The gauntlets, the boots, and the leggings, which we can't see. Okay. Hang it. Alright. Gauntlet, boots, leggings, jacket, shoulder guards, and helm. So this is the Pathfinder set. Which I I'm not loving. I will admit I'm not loving. What about the shield wall stuff? Definitely not loving that either. Okay. So, yuck. Just yuck. Not really enamored with that stuff. Then we have mystery cosmetic boxes. Padded hogberk of mystery box. Padded cloak of mystery box. Padded hooded cloak of mystery box. Leather hauberk of mystery. Okay, leather cloak, leather hooded cloak, chain hauberk, chain cloak, chain hooded cloak. So I guess this is your gotcha boxes. And you can buy those and see what you get out of them. A green box. Use this item to reveal a hauberk. We'll buy one of the leather hauberk ones and see what we get. Now, before we do that, this is also where you get your soldier races for your skirmish soldier companion. And of course, you could choose from the race of man, male or female, the race of elf, male or female, the race of hobbit, male or female, or dwarf. There are no female dwarves. Once you've chosen the race, you can go down, say, I've chosen a dwarf. I think a male dwarf. Well, that's the only one you can pick. And I know I've gotten him red hair. I've gotten him a long hair with a thick beard. I've gotten him a Scaleguard outfit. So once I'm able to slot all those things, I will have a dwarf protector with long red hair and a thick beard wearing chainmail. And that's what he will look like. And it's a silly thing to spend your marks on, but I'd like to customize my skirmish soldier, so I do. Now, let's see what's in this mystery box. Shall we? I have gotten one leather hauberk of mystery. And it is not bad. How does it dye? Oh, very good. So we can make it not that horrible yellow. And actually, once it dyes, it looks rather nice. Well, that's bright. That's terribly bright. That's supposed to be twilight purple. That does not look purple in the least little bit. But it looks good. I like that. So out of all the colors I've looked at, which is, granted, 3 or 4, I like that the best so far. But let's try Ashen Slate Green. Not bad. Oh, all right, Nordic. Well, I'm actually going to be finishing here in a minute myself. But thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great Monday. And yes, I will see you on Tuesday. All right, so Ashen Slate Green. That does not look blue in the least little bit. Some of these colors don't dye very well with this. Walnut Brown. Funny, I think the Twilight Purple does a better brown than the brown. All right? And that lavender does not look the least little bit lavender. Okay, so this dye's a little strange, but at least it looks nice. So he has 2 new outfits. I don't know what we're going to do with them, but we'll do something with them at some point. He's done a whole bunch of quests in Evendim so far. And he's got a couple more things to clean up where he was at. And then after that, we will be here in Tinadir to help them out. Now, I want to take a moment to thank everyone that stopped by, starting with Nordic. I really appreciate you. Appreciate the conversation. Thank you to Drive By who stopped in. Appreciate you. Thank you to Sean Hall. I really appreciate you stopping in and the conversation. And I hope you have a great Monday. I hope Drive By has a great Monday. I think that was everyone who spoke. And if you were here, whether you popped in and out, whether you stuck around a little while, you didn't say anything, well, no, I still appreciate you. Even your views and you being here, well, that's important too. But next time, say hi. I promise I don't bite. And the same for the Rumble side. And Tuesday, well, we will be continuing with some LOTRO on Tuesday, as always. And we'll see what Thormurn gets up to. And if you don't want to miss it, well, hit like, hit subscribe, do all the fun clicky things the website wants you to do. But for now, good night, have a great Monday, and until next time, bye for now.